Tonight here on the North Shore, the Pirates getting back into action. Fans enjoying the amenities outside the ballpark as the Buccos, winners of 2 straight, trying to make it 3 in a row as they welcome their visitors from Milwaukee, the Brewers, for Game 1 of a 4-game series. Hi again, everybody, along with John Wayner. I'm Tim Neverett. Buccos broke out the bats over the weekend, didn't they?
Boy, is that nice to see. A little bit of offense, actually a lot of offense. As you can see here, the 21 runs scored, 36 hits. I mean, that's a beautiful thing to see. It takes a lot of pressure off the pitching staff. Mahalem just sailed through the game yesterday because of these guys, Ronnie Cedeno. I mean, it's like he almost flicks a switch. When he's on, he's really on. This guy's got a lot of talent, a lot of tools, and some pop in his bat, hitting the extra bases. He's on fire right now, as is Ryan Doumit, and we keep waiting for that game to catapult Ryan Doumit to big things offensively. Hopefully yesterday was the day, as he had 3 hits, just missing a home run here. So hopefully that'll get him going. Jose Tabata, I think he's been pretty consistent since his call-up. He uses the whole field, hits the ball up the middle. He likes to pull the breaking ball. He'll steal your bases and plays a good defense for you. And it's nice to see everybody breaking out.
Speaking of defense, Tabata will be moving over a station, playing center field tonight in place of the injured Andrew McCutchen. Our AGH Sports Medicine injury update features McCutchen. Off the bat of Pedro Feliz, robbed him of a hit, landed on the right shoulder. He is out of the lineup tonight, day to day, and will be evaluated each day he gets to the ballpark to see when he'll be ready to get back in the lineup. A mild sprain in the AC joint. So McCutchen not in center field. Tabata is.
Yeah, and I think Jose's used to playing a lot of center field. He'll be fine out there. What we're worried about is Andrew McCutchen and his health. It's his throwing shoulder, obviously, so that gives you a little bit of concern. Good thing it's not anything major. Hopefully, he'll only miss a day or 2 and get right back out there.
Pitchers tonight, left-hander Chris Capuano will take on right-hander Jeff Karstens. And can this guy keep it going? El Toro, Pedro, providing some punch to the offense. He's got a 6-game hitting streak. We'll see if it continues. Lineups and first pitch coming up from PNC Park.
To you by PNC. PNC for the Achiever in us all. By Barrel Automotive. Barrel.com. Definitely worth the click. By your Toyota dealer, where quality, dependability, and good MPG all come standard. Toyota, moving forward. And by your Western PA Honda dealer.
Skies over downtown Pittsburgh. Some dark clouds up there, but certainly expecting plenty of baseball tonight. Neil Walker and Jose Tabata. Look at that. Somebody's got to fill in for McCutchen with the handshake before the game. Here's Ken Maka's lineup against Jeff Karstens and the Pirates, brought to you by Toyota. Moving forward, Weeks, Hart, then Ryan Braun, 6 out of 13 against Jeff Karstens. Prince Fielder and Casey McGee. A very difficult top 5 to tangle with. Jim Edmonds playing center field tonight. Jonathan Lucroy, the catcher. Alcides Escobar and Chris Capuano pitching and batting ninth.
And they get to face Jeff Karstens. Karstens, you see his number, trying to bounce back from a rough start his last time out July 10th against these same Milwaukee Brewers, where he walked 6 in 5 innings of work. His previous 6 starts, he only had walked 3. So hopefully Jeff Karstens gets that control back, as he's had some pretty good games against the Brewers. So if his location's on, I expect another good game here tonight.
The Pirates are 4-0 in games where Jeff Karstens starts here at PNC Park, so hopefully that trend will continue. Defensively behind Karstens in the outfield tonight, a little different look as Millage goes back to left field. Jose Tabata makes his first career start in the middle. Ryan Church and right. Alvarez, Cedeno, Walker, and Jones around the infield. Ryan Doma doing the catching, and Karstens on the hill. Getting set to face one of the tougher leadoff guys in Ricky Weeks and Paul Maholm. The best pitching performance by a Pirate in 2010. 3-hit shutout. Complete game. First complete game by a Bucco.
That was a gem. Just total domination, really. Had total control. Didn't have hardly any hard hit balls hit against him. He worked in and out, hard and soft.
Underway with a strike called by Manny Gonzalez, the home plate umpire. Ricky Weeks, 275. His 17 home runs and 57 runs batted in from the leadoff spot. Just absolutely tremendous. And he goes to the left side. There's Alvarez. And the throw is there to get him. Play by Pedro to start it off.
Boy, real nice play by Pedro, moving to his left. A little bit of a snow cone as this ball comes up at the last second on him. He's able to corral it, get a good grip, good strong throwing arm. Gets Ricky Weeks by a step. No panic there either. You see, after that little bobble, it just kind of bobbled a little bit in his glove. They didn't rush it or anything like that. He made sure he got a good grip, got squared up to Garrett Jones, and threw a strike.
Corey Hart takes a strike from Karstens. Hart represented the Brewers in Anaheim in the All-Star game. Started in right field for the National League. And also took part in the Home Run Derby. Got off to a great start. He hit 13 in the first round, and then second round, nothing.
Yeah, that was, I'm sure, a little bit painful for him.
Right to Tabata, 2 down.
Pretty impressive was the way he was hitting them in the first round. Right center field, straightaway center field. Didn't pull that many. But just had to sit and wait. I think what they say, about an hour and a half, I think, before his second round. So he cooled off. He's a strong man, though.
Corey Hart, 70 runs batted in, second in the National League behind the Phillies. Ryan Howard with 73. And another tough customer to deal with on a nightly basis here this week will be Ryan Braun. Braun with 57 runs batted in. It hits Karstens fairly well. There's a strike. So Jeff has started each hitter off with a strike.
Pound that strike zone. Looks like the control is back. Hopefully that's the case.
Ken Maka, the skipper of the Brewers, and with the Athletics, and now Milwaukee. It seemed to me, Rock, when Ken Maka came over last year to Milwaukee, that he kind of brought almost an American League attitude toward the team, because they've got somewhat of an American League lineup the way that they mash the baseball.
Yeah, no question, especially the top 5.
A swing and a miss as Karstens gets that one past Braun.
The top 5 with at least 44 RBIs. That man, the weakest link as far as RBIs are concerned. Prince Fielder with just 44. Everybody else has at least 54 in the top 5. But Prince with 44 RBIs, he drove himself in half as many, 22.
2 fouled back. Casey McGee, third baseman, the 5th hitter. Second-year player. Great rookie season last year. And already this year, over 50 runs batted in. 1 ball, 2 strike pitch. This one hit well to left. Going back on it is Milich. And a 1-2-3, top of the first inning. As Milich retires Ryan Braun, and Karstens gets out in just 10 pitches. In Pittsburgh, the Milwaukee Brewers and the Pirates, game 1 of 4. And here is John Russell's lineup, brought to you by Suzuki. Tabata back in the leadoff spot. Walker in the second spot. Milich hitting third. Garrett Jones, the cleanup hitter. 6 hits in his last 11 at-bats with runners in scoring position. Alvarez, Domit, Church, Cedeno, and Jeff Karstens.
And they get to face the left-hander, Chris Capuano, making just his second start of the year. He'll be on a bit of a pitch limit. They're saying 65 pitches. His one start came back on June 3rd. He was pitched mostly or exclusively in relief since that start.
Capuano's got quite a story behind him. Delivers ball 1 to Tabata.
That is a pretty amazing story, really. He was an afterthought. I mean, I forgot all about him. I mean, he was a pretty decent pitcher before the injuries.
1-0 is lined to center. Getting underneath it is Jim Edmonds for the first out. Capuano has had Tommy John surgery not once but twice. Missed the 2008 and 2009 seasons. He was able to pitch a little bit last year, but this is just his second start since late September of 2007. And he's got a 13-game losing streak going back to the 13th of May of 2007, which is a Milwaukee record, but goes back that way because he missed 2008 and 2009.
Yeah. He's back and healthy. Not going to see a whole lot from the radar gun. He might touch 88. He'll pitch in the mid-80s for the most part. That's his changeup. Perhaps his best pitch to a right-handed batter. He'll flip a curveball in there now and again. Against the lefty, he'll throw a slider.
Capuano last pitched against the Pirates on the 9th of July in Milwaukee. And Walker fouls this one away, 1-2. Go back to his first Tommy John surgery, John. May of 2002. Dr. James Andrews did it in Birmingham, Alabama. And almost to the day, 6 years later, in 2008, he had it again from the same doc.
I mean, I know when they do Tommy John, don't they take a piece of your body from your leg or something and throw it into your elbow? I mean,
yeah, it's just as simple as that.
I mean, so is there like is there 3 parts? I mean, is there 3 ligaments or whatever that they could replace? I mean, can they go and get a 3rd ligament? I mean, you only have 2 legs.
This one is a fair ball. And Walker will turn first and head for second base as it caroms out in front of Ryan Braun. A one-out double for Neil Walker. He's got double number 12. Outstanding for the Pirates second baseman.
Indeed, Neil Walker doing a fine job settling at second base. Turns on that heater just past the diving McGee. All of a sudden, after going 0 for 10, he had a little 0 for 10 slump. Now 6 for 11. As you'll see here, a little slow-mo action from Capuano. Tries to sneak it in there.
Here's Lastings Milledge. Has been amazing with runners in scoring position in the top 5 in the National League. A .381 average with runners at either second or third or both. Neil's double gave me a chance not to answer your question about the ligaments too, so
yeah,
which was good because I don't know the answer.
I'm saying, do they take a ligament out of each leg when you have to get it done twice? Or maybe they take the ligament out of his right arm and throw it into his left.
That's a good question.
You have to go and get it from a cadaver.
Lastings Milledge, 24 runs batted in, 2 triples with men in scoring position. Well, we know some guys who do know the answer, so we'll have to ask them the question.
You've been spending some time with the doctors recently. Sound good, by the way. Welcome back.
Thank you. Good to be back. Amazing what modern medicine can do. We didn't talk about Tommy John, though. And Milledge lines into center field, and Edmonds has it. They're going to double off Walker. So Neil moving on the run, and that's a double play to end the bottom half of the first. No score, heading to the second at PNC Park. Then was doubled off to end the inning.
Yeah, this ball was scalded by Lastings Milledge, and it came off low. So one of two things happened. Either Neil Walker was convinced that was going to be a line drive base hit, and he just wanted to get a good jump, or he thought he was batting third, and there was 2 outs. I'm betting on the former because that ball was laced off the bat, and that happens. I mean, it's just being aggressive. You're just you've seen so many balls standing out there at second base, and your instincts will tell you. As far as what you think is a base hit or not.
And the pitch thrown to Prince Fielder. And that is a strike, 0-2. And the skies have opened a little bit over PNC Park. Fans heading for cover. And Fielder puts this one down the left field line. That'll go foul. 0-2 to Prince. There's the grounds crew. Manny Lopez leading it. They are ready to spring into action if necessary. It doesn't look like a hard downpour. Just some wind blowing some water through the air at this point. 0-2. And fielder to center field. Going back is Tabata. Now the wind playing a little havoc with it, but he's able to make the catch. Interesting weekend in Atlanta for Prince Fielder. Watch this. He gets plunked by Tim Hudson. And drives in Corey Hart with a double. And that's a nice swing right there. The Atlanta Braves took exception to it. Johnny Venters gets a warning and puts it right between the shoulder blades. Venters would be suspended 4 games by Major League Baseball today. And Billy Wagner gets him yesterday, and they had a little bit of exchange with the eyeballs as they went different ways. So Bobby Cox, incidentally, got suspended a game today also for that incident 2 games ago.
And I think that's automatic. I think after a warning, when an umpire thinks there's intent, which it seemed like there was from Venters hitting Fielder between the numbers, the manager gets suspended as well.
A little roller by McGee down to the shortstop, Cedeno. And there are 2 away. Well, you look at Fielder, he's been hit 14 times. He's 3rd in the league. Number 1 in the league is his teammate Ricky Weeks. He's been hit 17 times. And Marlon Byrd of the Cubs hit 16 times. Is number 2. So 2 of the top 3 in being hit by a pitch are Milwaukee Brewers. And at some point, if you're Ken Maka, the manager, you have to start thinking that's not all coincidence.
Yeah, I mean, there's a way. I think those 2 guys get hit more often than most because they're on the plate.
Jim Edmonds flies out to Millage and left. 8 pitches that time for Jeff Karstens, and he has set down 6 Milwaukee Brewers in a row. The crew chief says, let's go. Get the tarp back on the field, or out on the field. They had it out earlier today just as a precaution briefly, then rolled it back up, and now putting it on the field as the rains are coming down over Pittsburgh, at least in downtown. And we were in some sort of delay. We expected perhaps there would be some precipitation tonight. We do not expect it to last, however.
Yeah, this came out of nowhere. I mean, literally, we had breaks in the cloud. I just saw blue skies while Karstens was pitching in that top of the 2nd inning. It just came from behind us, and
they're hardcore right there. They got the saran wrap out. They're not moving. The grounds crew is, and they've got the field covered quickly. They'll let this rain come down as it is swirling around the wind here as the rain kind of going all over the place. That's why when Fielder got that ball up in the air to center field, you could see the tarp in the Milwaukee bullpen blowing all over the place. It was almost as though it was going to blow off the pitcher's mounds. And you're worried for a minute that Tabata wasn't going to be able to hold it down. That's a struggle right there for anybody on the grounds crew.
No question. And I want to say when Fielder hit that fly ball to center, wasn't the wind blowing in?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure now the wind's blowing straight out.
Oh, wait a minute, it'll change. Good thing it's not blowing up. Well, they're going to wait it out, and so are we. So stay with us. Coming up, this week's edition of Inside Pirates Baseball. If you haven't seen it yet, it's a good time to sit down and watch it as we get ready for the dry stuff, hopefully in a little while. We'll have an update for you along the way. With John Wehner, I'm Tim Neverett. Rain delay after an inning and a half here at PNC Park.
And both of these guys have been around a while, and both of them have bounced around between the starting rotation and the bullpen. These guys in the bullpen, there's a lot of times that they get up, they get hot, they're not called into the game, they sit back down, they get up, they get hot. So I think it's a different situation with these two guys. They're kind of used to getting up and down. I think if we were in the fourth or fifth inning, it might be a different story. Thinking they'd throw 40 or 50 pitches, they wouldn't be back out there. So I think these guys will be good to go.
Well, Paul Maholm, absolutely outstanding yesterday against the Houston Astros. He's the subject of our PNC achievement, as Maholm pitched certainly one of the best games of his career. A 3-hit complete game shutout. PNC for the achiever in us all. What Paul did was spectacular yesterday.
Indeed. Just not a whole lot of hard contact. Look at that little weak grounder there. Gets a double play ball. But Paul was on his game yesterday.
That was his only strikeout in 9 innings. So he was, as you said, pitching to contact, doing a good job. And had a chance to talk to him last night at John Russell's Fabulous Casino Night. All smiles from the Maholm family last night.
I bet.
There's Garrett Jones as we get underway. No score. Bottom half of the second inning. 8:13 p.m. is when we restarted. 50-minute delay tonight. And Jones, who hit a home run yesterday, his 12th of the year, takes strike one. 1-1 to Garrett Jones. Jones, a 2-run shot yesterday. And this one rolled wide of first base. And that'll be strike 2 to Garrett.
And I'm sure the field will be in pretty good shape as far as playing conditions. It's a little soggy around parts of the warning track, but other than that, this field drains as well as any.
Well, the groundskeeper did a remarkable job getting it ready for play after a good dousing of rain.
Well, I bet we got close to an inch. I mean, it was coming down. Just one little cell coming over downtown Pittsburgh.
Most of the guys are probably down that stairway relaxing for a minute. They deserve it. Good job, boys. Here comes the 2-2. And Jones looks at it for strike 3. Capuano gets his first strikeout.
Sneaky little 87-mile-per-hour fastball. Capuano. Perhaps Garrett Jones may be looking soft. That's the previous pitch. It was in the dirt. My guess was Garrett maybe looking for something soft and got the heater. Although it almost looked like reading his lips that he'd said he thought it was off, meaning outside.
Well, Pedro Alvarez takes a strike on the outer corner, knee high. He's got a 6-game hitting streak going. He's raised that average up to 235 and climbing. 4 out of 12 against the Brewers. Right back to Capuano. And there are 2 men out quickly. Behind Capuano in the field, the defense brought to you by Mercedes-Benz. Edmonds in the middle of Hart and Braun. McGee, Escobar, Weeks, and Prince Fielder starting his 279th straight game. Jonathan Lucroy behind the plate. Capuano doing the pitching for the Brewers. 2 men out. Ryan Domet, the batter, hitting from the right side. And there is Fielder, who has been the Iron Man at first base. And this one pretty well struck to center, but underneath it will be Jim Edmonds. And the Pirates done in order in the second. 3 up and 3 down. We'll head to the third. No score at PNC Park.
I didn't hurt it worse than what I did. So it could have been anything. It could have been something more serious. It could have popped out of plays. Could have dislocated it and been out for a long time. But luckily, it was just a little sprain or something like that. So that's a positive way to look at it.
And that's the good word from center fielder Andrew McCutchen, who rolled over his right throwing shoulder, taking a hit away from Pedro Feliz yesterday. And being very careful with that shoulder right now. A mild strain of the AC joint is what they're saying it is at this point. Jonathan Lucroy, the catcher, will take a strike from Jeff Karstens. Karstens retired the first 6 Brewers in a row. No score. Top of the 3rd.
Kutch down there in a hoodie. It's kind of cooled off a little bit after that shower came through.
It was pretty humid most of the afternoon. You knew something was bound to come through. Yep. That was one cell, and a check of the radar during the rain delay shows that we look pretty good for the rest of the night. These guys have brightened up considerably. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Lucroy. Look at that. You'd never know. Just a few minutes ago, an hour ago, a rainstorm was pelting the grass here at PNC Park. One-two pitch to center field. And a can of corn for Tawata. 1 down on the Brewer 3rd. Bring up Alcides Escobar, the young shortstop.
I got to think that Tabata's enjoying himself out there in center field, whether it's just today or if we'll get a couple games. But a guy that's played center field in the minor leagues, I've always thought it was the easiest of the 3 outfield positions. You don't have any lights to deal with behind home plate. You see the ball come off the bat a little bit better, not as much hook or slice.
And that's something that you and I have talked about in the past, and talked to corner outfielders about it. And they say the same thing depending on the stadium. In Milwaukee, for example, it's tough there for the left fielder because of where the light structure is around the right side in that second deck.
Yep. And the lights are. That's the one adjustment for a young player, especially. Coming up from the minor leagues. I mean, you'll have a couple of light stands in the minor leagues, but it's much darker. It's probably the thing you notice more than anything. Maybe not so much coming up to the big leagues, but when you get sent back down, boy, the field seems so dark. There just isn't as much lighting.
0-2, he struck him out. What a start for Karstens. 2 down here in the 3rd. That'll bring up the pitcher, Chris Capuano.
Good breaking ball. Just expanding the zone with 2 strikes. Getting Escobar way out in front.
Capuano is a career 160 hitter. 35 out of 219 over the course of his career at the plate. Gets this one out of play, 1-1. He does have a home run. It came on the 2nd of June in 2007 against the Florida Marlins. A solo shot off Byung-Hun Kim. Side-winding, sometime starter, sometime reliever. And there's strike 2. This is just the 2nd plate appearance this season for Capuano. He's 0 for 1. 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. 2 strikeouts in the inning for Karstens. Rain delay or not, he has seen 9 Brewers. is a no-score ball game. Let's take a look at our Barrel League leaders. Highest winning percentage at home since the 19th of June. The Pirates third in baseball, 7-2. While they dropped 13 of 15 road games over the past month, they've managed to have one of the top records at home, which has been very good. Home has been excellent to the Pirates, who are now 21-21 at PNC Park.
It's nice to work a home game. Get them wins. 3-0 at home.
That's your record, huh?
Yeah.
It's the opening day. We've had 2 this week. There's a strike to Ryan Church. Church trying to get over the hump into those 200s. He's had 2 hits and 2 runs batted in his last 2 at bats. Had to come in yesterday and play right field when McCutchen was taken out of the ball game. And got a hit yesterday. Came up with another hit on Saturday night. In front of a sold-out crowd. Pirates with 2 big wins over the Astros. Finally solved the Astros puzzle. The Astros were 7-0 against the Pirates until Saturday night, and then the drubbing yesterday the Pirates put on them, a 9-0 shutout. And when you see Roy Oswalt starting a game, you don't expect to see it 9-0 on the other side.
No, that is rare.
Paul Maholm was the benefactor as he pitched one of the best games of his career, and Oswalt was chased early. 3-2 now to Ryan Church.
Well, I'm sure it was a lot easier for Paul Maholm out there as well. You know, with the big lead late, just knowing that all he had to do was pound the zone.
Payoff pitch. Strike 3 call. Church knew it. But some of the guys that really brought the offense against the Astros. Jose Tamayo, Ryan Doumit, and Ronnie Cedeno. Cedeno with a career-tying offensive performance.
I'd like to see 6 doubles of the 10 hits. Nice to see the doubles. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, it's nice to see a run scored from first a little more often. You know, I just think that too many times this year it's taken, 3 hits in an inning to score a run. But you get a leadoff walk or a guy gets on with a base hit, being able to bring him home with a gap shot certainly helps the cause. It certainly helps the cause that Garrett Jones with some instant offense, hitting the ball in the seats with a runner on.
Well, you talk about the doubles numbers for Cedeno. And over his last 10 games, he has 8 doubles. It took him 67 games prior to that to get 8 doubles.
Look at that.
8 of his last 10 have been 2-baggers.
And it is. It's almost like for him, it's flicking a switch. When he's on, he is on. And when he's off, he's off. That's the way it's been for him in his Pirates career, at least.
Chris Capuano going to set the pace. Ronnie Cedeno, 3-ball, 1-strike count.
And I've said this many times. I mean, this guy is not a big guy, and he has power, raw power.
And the third, McGee on the run. He's got him for the out, 2 down. Casey McGee making the play in the hole.
He got a nice hop over there at third base, did McGee. If this ball stays down or he gets caught in between, it's a tough play. But with that ball coming up, that big long hop, nice, easy catch and throw. Probably a little quicker than he needed to be, but accurate.
Jeff Karsten standing in. Jeff is 2 out of 19 on the season. 2 outs, nobody on. Capuano delivers. Strike 2. Now, you mentioned it early in the game, John. A pitch count is expected on Capuano tonight of about 65 pitches, and then we'll expect to see Carlos Villanueva backing him up. And strike 3. Second straight inning. Pirates gone in order. We'll head to the fourth. Scoreless at PNC Park.
AT&T. Rethink possible. And by Day Automotive. We're going to make your day.
Time for tonight's trivia question, brought to you by AT&T Mobility. AT&T, rethink possible. Ricky Weeks, 6 leadoff home runs this season, tied for the franchise record. With which 3 players? Former Brewers also hit 6 leadoff home runs in a season. But there's still a lot of season left for Ricky Weeks. He may end up standing alone at the top of the list. Weeks has 17 total home runs. And he takes a strike from Karstens.
It's pretty impressive. Just after the All-Star break. 57 RBIs, to me, really impressive. Good breaking ball there from Jeff Karstens. You see American League leadoff batters with, typically, in the past at least, with high RBI counts. Not so much this year, but in the National League, 57 RBIs, that's a lot.
2 is inside. 17 and 57. Second with 60 runs scored. And he hits this one high in the air, pop up to the infield, and Garrett Jones wants it. And there is one out. Follow the Pirates on your iPhone, your iPod Touch, your BlackBerry, and your Android phone with MLB.com at Bat 2010. Featuring play-by-play, video highlights, and live audio broadcast. Visit Pirates.com today on your iPod, your iPhone, your iPod Touch, your Android or BlackBerry, or other apparatus you can talk about, and what might be just what they're doing there. Working on the apps.
Yeah. Watch out for a foul ball.
Yeah, I think she's spotting for him. Corey Hart, strike 2. Corey Hart's name has popped up a couple of times in trade rumors. Strike 3. Oh, and Karstens has it going. If this keeps up, you're going to want to call your friends and tell them to tune in.
Exactly. And another good breaking ball. Drops down just a little bit on that hard slider right there. Starts it on the outside corner, gets it to break off. It leaves his hand. It looks to Hart like a maybe a fastball outside corner trying to protect, and then it just kind of stops on him way out in front.
Ryan Braun is 0 for 1. He flied deep to left field his first time up. Braun was the National League starting left fielder in the All-Star game. It's a strike. He's among the National League leaders in multi-hit games. He's third with 35 of those. And the 1-1. That's a strike.
Good movement on that pitch as well. It looked like it was like it almost started off the plate away. And watch this thing come back in. That's catching a lot of plate. I don't know why Ryan Braun's looking back at home plate umpire Manny Gonzalez. He's right there.
Struck him out. Wow. Jeff Karstens, 4 strikeouts and not a blemish through 4. Outstanding work by the Pirate right-hander as he got Lucroy to pop up, struck out Hart, and now gets Braun. Capuano facing the top of the order. Tabata, Walker, and Millage. And Jeff Karstens developing into quite a story tonight. 12 in a row set down to start the ball game.
Indeed. Both these pitchers pitching very well early on. Certainly the delay doesn't look like it's had any effect on either Karstens or Capuano.
Escobar goes out Tabata, one away. Yeah, so that is now 9 in a row. The only hit of the ball game off the bat of Neil Walker. He was doubled up. Tabata 0 for 2 to start the night. Walker had a double in the first. 1 out of 1.
Pretty much the only hard hit balls here tonight was the Walker double and the ball he was doubled up on. Millage blistered a line drive out to center field. Walker, thinking it was going to drop in for a base hit, was around third.
Walker smacks this one, and Jim Edmonds tracks it down. Well, Walker hit it hard, but Edmonds just jogged underneath it and recorded the out. Well, we gave you our AT&T Mobility trivia question last inning. Had to do with second baseman Ricky Weeks of the Brewers. He's got 6 leadoff homers this season, tied for the franchise record. Which 3 other players? Tommy Harper in 1970 Paul Molitor in 91 and Brady Clark in 2005.
I was going to say Molitor. I would have had Molitor. I wouldn't have ever got Harper or Brady Clark. Although Clark really sprang up and kind of disappeared in a hurry.
You just eliminated him?
He pretty much. Clark came up with the Reds, I believe. He came over the Brewers and had 2 really good years, I think. At least 1 good year with the Brewers, perhaps 2, and then just fizzled out. I mean, it may have been kind of an odd thing for a guy to do that much in such a short period of time and be done.
Millage gets a hold of this one. Braun's not going to get it. It's off the wall. Millage around first, heading for second base. He's in with a 2-out double. Austin's Millage.
Hot. Thrillage is just amazing how hard he's been hitting the ball and to all fields. For whatever reason, he and Neil Walker seeing the ball well off the lefty Capuano. And this ball, short hopping the wall straight away left. That's a home run in a lot of ballparks. Not here.
Now Millage extends his hitting streak now to 7 games. Pitch to Jones. Taken for a ball.
Well, it's not like it's a soft 7-game hitting streak either. Hitting about close to 440.
Well, he hit the ball well in the series at Milwaukee just before the All-Star break. He had 2 home runs, including 1 to dead center at Miller Park. Capuano steps off. Pirates looking to try to get a run across. We've got a pitcher's duel going on so far in Pittsburgh. Pirates with the only 2 hits of the game, both doubles. It's ball 2. Let's check our Coors Light Cold Hard Blast. If we look back to yesterday, Garrett Jones off of Chris Sampson. Hunter Pence didn't know where it was, but Jones did. That was his 12th homer of the year. That's the Cold Hard Blast, brought to you by Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer. Ball 3. It was odd because Pence completely lost that ball. He thought it was a fly ball that he was going to catch in front of the warning track.
Yeah, he confused a lot of broadcasters yesterday. I wouldn't say he confused a lot of broadcasters. I'd say he confused a couple of play-by-play guys.
You don't want to name names, do you?
No.
Since I was off yesterday?
Wasn't you.
And a strike now to Jones, 3-1.
I'm sure it was, we're pretty high up here in the broadcast booth, so a lot of times you rely on the outfielder to see where you think the ball is going to end up. That was a bomb. It was a legit homer.
This one toward the middle, and Escobar hadn't played right. And the Pirates will strand a runner after the Millage double. We're through 4 complete at PNC Park. Jeff Karstens coming. Jeff Karstens doing a great job tonight. 12 up and 12 down for the Brewers. While we have a moment, I want to wish a happy birthday to Mary McVeigh and best wishes for a speedy recovery to her husband as Prince Fielder goes the opposite way, and that ends 12 in a row. That's a home run for Prince Fielder. 1-0 Brewers. Homer number 23.
And that was no cheapie. Prince, you don't see him go oppo all that often. If you see him go opposite field, you'll see him go more to left center. But this ball, fastball up out over the plate. He caught it good. Well out of here and left.
So that ends 12 in a row to start the ball game for Karstens. Outstanding work for him. And now Fielder. It's the solo shot. That's the 17th home run given up by Karstens. That one off the side of the mound to Cedeno, and there's one away as McGee is out.
There hasn't been many pitches that Jeff Karstens has left up. That one there, you see where Ryan Doumit was set up, and when that catcher brings that glove back to his backhand, when he's set up away, that usually means it's over the heart. And with a guy like Prince Fielder, that kind of power, a lot of times he makes the pitcher pay.
Jim Edmonds. Down to Jones. Nice play by Garrett Jones, and he retires Edmonds. 2 away.
Boy, nice little reaction play from Garrett Jones. You see him ready early. Good jump. Going to his right. Gloves it quickly back on his feet. Picks up his pitcher breaking for the bag. A nice easy flip. Chest high. Perfectly done.
Well, Prince Fielder interrupted our greeting, by the way.
I saw that.
Jack McVeigh Sr. recuperating from surgery. He's at West Penn Hospital. He and the birthday girl Mary watching tonight. So we wish you the best. They've been a long time, lifelong Pirate fans. So Mary and Jack, we say hello. This one fouled back. Also want to thank Andrea Rich from Chambersburg. Brought me up some cookies yesterday.
Did you get any?
I did. I hit them. What was left of them, I hit them.
I was in there.
So, very nice of her.
Very nice of her to get you and Greg cookies. Specifically with your name on one and Greg's name on the other. It was very nice of her.
And very nice of Luke Troy to go down on strikes, but the home run by Prince Fielder makes it a 1-0 Brewer lead. 10:55. It's Kids Get In Free Day at PNC Park, presented by Bob Evans. All kids 14 and younger can receive a complimentary. It's always funny until somebody gets hurt. Get a complimentary game ticket when you stop by any Bob Evans restaurant to pick up your Kids Get In Free voucher. The voucher will be redeemed at any PNC Park ticket window. For more information, visit pirates.com/kidsfree. Also, good giveaway that day. All kids 14 and under getting a Pierogi character cup with a straw.
The Pierogi had no chance against the Bear.
Bears, beware of the Bear. And here is Pedro Alvarez, who could change things quickly. Takes the ball outside, 1-1. The Prince Fielder hit a home run, a solo shot, and Jeff Karstens now, in spite of retiring everybody else in the ballgame so far, has surrendered a home run in 10 of his 12 starts. And 18 of the 36 runs he's allowed have come by way of the long ball. And I guess when you're going to see a guy like Fielder, if he's going to hit him, it better be with nobody on base, as was the case in the 5th.
Yep.
Alvarez takes low again, 3-1. Pedro bounced out to Fielder at first base, his first time up. And there's ball 4. The tying runs aboard to start the 5th for the Bucks. Take a look at our This Day in Pirates history, brought to you by our friends at Day Automotive. July 19th, 1955, the Deacon Vern Law pitched 18 innings against Milwaukee at Forbes Field, striking out 12. Long scored the winning run on a Frank Thomas single. In the 19th, Pirates beat the Braves 4-3.
Only 12 strikeouts.
Yeah, in 18 innings.
That's pretty impressive. 18 innings of work.
That is something you will never see today.
Nope.
He pitched both ends of what would have been a doubleheader, essentially. Nothing in 2 to Domit. Domit flying out to center in the second. He's 0 for 1.
Knight started. Dave Bush.
I see a lot of breaking balls out of Mr. Bush.
Yep.
Nobody out, the 0-2. In the dirt. 1 ball, 2 strikes. You know, in that game in 1955 with the Braves, you said 12 strikeouts, 18 innings. Vern Law faced 64 batters.
Wow. It's not a lot, considering he recorded 54 outs.
He only walked 2 in 18 innings. And you want more strikeouts.
If he would have had more strikeouts, I'm guessing he wouldn't have went 18 because he would have needed more pitches. You know, the pitch counter may have gotten away.
I don't think that existed.
I don't either.
1955. Go to first base. Capuano led baseball in pickoffs with 12 in 2005. He also was up there in balks too, but he's always been known as having a good move to first base. Ryan Domit awaits the 1 ball, 2 strike pitch. And he strikes out.
Good change up. Yeah, and I'm guessing typically when you see a pitcher that leads the league in pickoffs and balks, you see Domit way out in front. That's a good change up. It's his best pitch to a right-handed batter. Yeah, the pickoffs and balks usually means he has a good pickoff move. And some umpires, it's a good pickoff move. Good pickoff move, and to some umpires it's a balk move. It's typically what you find out, because usually the pitcher goes out there with the same move.
Brian Church went down on strikes in the 3rd. Tries to bunt his way aboard. Foul. Strike one. Trying to catch Casey McGee napping deep at third.
Church hasn't seen many left-handed pitchers this year. He has 150 at bats, just 33 against the southpaw. There's 5 hits in those 33 at bats.
Church is a guy who's used to hitting over 270, and he's still down there below 200. And this one to the gap, and cutting it off is Braun. And Church now 0 for 2. 2 down with Alvarez aboard, and the batter will be Ronnie Cedeno.
This would be a good time for one of those Ronnie Cedeno doubles. We showed you the graphic last time up. 8 of his last 10 hits. Good for 2 bases. 2 outs. Alvarez on first. He'll be going with the crack of the bat, so if he can get a ball in a gap that gets to the wall, it should score Alvarez.
Ball 1 to Cedeno. It's amazing to see guys. It's not as amazing anymore to see guys come back from Tommy John, but to see a guy come back from Tommy John surgery twice and really be an irrelevant guy for 2 years. One of those out of sight, out of mind guys who didn't play in 2008 or 2009 at the big league level, so they didn't know when he was coming back. And then you hear his name again pop up this year. Brewers started him out in AAA, got him going, brought him up, made a start, then they sent him out to the bullpen, and here he is pitching in the majors again. And Cedeno hits this one well to left center. That's going to get down and go to the wall. Alvarez is going to get waved home. The relay is not in time. It's a tie ball game on a triple by Ronnie Cedeno.
Stay hot, Ronnie Cedeno. There he goes again. Just what the doctor ordered. Another big 2-out hit. A bullet. I thought for a second there he hit it too hard. He got it out there too quickly to the wall. But they might have a chance at Alvarez at the plate. That pitcher's in a pretty decent location. Pretty much right where the catcher LaCroix set up. And like a rocket, look how quickly it gets out there to the wall. And Edmonds, as quickly as he can, gets it to the cutoff man. If it wasn't for an errant throw, I'm guessing it was the shortstop Escobar out first. If that throw's on line, it may have gotten Alvarez.
Triple number 1 on the year for Cedeno. Strike 2 to Karstens. Escobar just turned and fired. It was up the line and off line.
It would have been a very close play at the plate if it was on line. And I like that Cedeno not hesitating around second base. You traded out for a run there. And you kind of saw him in that picture in the background. You assume if the throw goes to third, it gets Cedeno. But with Cedeno going to third with 2 outs and the pitcher on deck, basically, perhaps trying to draw a throw to make sure that Alvarez was safe at home.
2-2 to Karstens. Pirates on the board. Safe Auto Insurance reminds you you're safe at home with Safe Auto. Proudly supporting the Obadiah Cole Foundation for prostate cancer screening and awareness. Early detection is the cure. Stretch and the 2-2. Karstens right into the glove of McGee. Man. Now Cedeno got the big hit, the RBI triple, scoring Alvarez. Heading to the 6th. Pirates 1, Brewers 1. Shot of downtown Pittsburgh, and talking about racing, how about these guys? Down the stretch they come. It was a photo finish. Did Oliver Onion win, or was it Jalapeno Hanna?
Gave it to Hanna. She's a mudder. Likes the muddy track.
They've got the evidence right there. Photo finish. There they go.
Mudder.
Alcides Escobar takes a strike on the inside corner from Jeff Karstens as we start the top half of the 6th inning. A 1-1 ball game. Game 1 of 4 straight against the Brewers. 3 completed with the Astros. Pirates took 2 of 3 against Houston. 2 big wins Saturday and yesterday. San Diego coming into the weekend. Pirates and the Padres will be playing for the first time this year. Pretty low pitch totals inning by inning for Jeff Karstens.
I'd say lots of strikes.
41 out of 50 pitches have gone for strikes. It's a good percentage.
That's awesome.
Escobar left the bat out there for a strike. 2-2. And Todd Coffey getting loose in the bullpen. Carlos Gomez is in the on-deck circle for Milwaukee. And that's going to be it for Capuano. Escobar. A 2-2 count. Gomez normally starting the outfield. This one is popped up. Karstens wants it. And he will get it for out number 1.
Every now and again you get that weak little pop-up right out there in front of home plate. That's about the only time you'll see a pitcher make a play. Karstens, actually a former catcher, right away recognized it's a tough play for everybody but him, so took control. Easy play.
Here is the speedy Carlos Gomez. He runs very well. Pedro Alvarez respecting that down at third, playing in on the grass. He looks at a breaking ball for a strike.
That's such a nice pitch when you could just control it, flip it up there for a strike whenever you want. Such a weapon.
And on his way aboard. Jones throws it into the outfield. A bad throw to Walker covering. And a base hit. Second base hit. And a cheapie this time. The last one wasn't so cheap on the home run by Prince Fielder. This is one that could have resulted in an out.
And this is a play where you got a right-handed batter that's going to push the ball to first base side. You know, Garrett has to know if he's going to vacate first base that his second baseman is going to be able to beat the runner to the bag at first. Originally, I thought Karstens was going to be able to make the play. He was closest to the ball if Garrett stays home. Garrett obviously took control, called it, which is his right. But Walker was just arriving to the bag about the time Gomez got there.
That's the first career pinch hit for Gomez. He had been 0 for 13 as a pinch hitter prior to reaching here tonight. Ricky Weeks 0 for 2.
This will be the first batter that Jeff Karstens has faced from the stretch position of the night. And you wonder, if that makes a difference as far as executing your pitch. When you've basically been out there for 5 1/3 innings, every pitch being thrown from the windup.
And Gomez a threat to run. He's got 10 steals in 12 attempts. And Milwaukee has tried to run on the Pirates this year, and the Pirates expecting it with the pitch on.
And you mentioned earlier as far as Ken Macha coming to the Brewers and maybe more of an American League style manager. And I don't think he's a huge fan of stealing bases. A guy like Gomez with his speed you would think would have golden.
Got him.
You'd think he'd have more than 12 attempts this deep into the season. You see, perhaps leaning the other way, just a little late with the tag. Jones just couldn't get the ball over there. If Karstens threw that ball right on the bag, they would have picked him off. Ryan Braun leads the team with 12 steals, just 14 attempts. Not a whole lot of attempts for the Brew Crew.
Weeks takes low. 3 balls and 1 strike. And Cedeno moving back and over a few steps. Capuano all done after 5 innings. 1 run on 3 hits, walked 1, struck out 4. 3-1. And Weeks hammers it. Deep left field. Millage going back, and it is gone. A 2-run homer for Ricky Weeks. That is his 18th home run, and it is now 3-1 Milwaukee.
And again, you wonder, could it be Jeff Karstens pitching out of the stretch? I mean, we just mentioned he only threw 9 balls all night, and he falls behind in the count, 3-1 to Ricky Weeks. I can't remember many, if any, hitters counts for the Brewers here tonight. And that 3-1 fastball up a bit out over the plate, a good pitch for Weeks to get extended.
Well, Weeks has the franchise record for Milwaukee for home runs by a second baseman. He passed Don Money yesterday with 2 home runs. Money had the record of 16 set in 1977. All the Milwaukee runs coming as a result of home runs.
Well, there you see it, where Domit's set up, kind of down and away. That kind of sailed right across the middle, about thigh high.
Corey Hart struck out swinging in the 4th. He flied to center back in the 1st. 1 out, nobody on. And Karstens looking to settle in after giving up his 2nd home run of the game. He's only given up the 3 hits. One was the bunt single by Gomez, and the other 2 home runs by Ricky Weeks and Prince Fielder. Fielder's coming in the 5th inning.
Yeah, and that's I wonder, because mentioning about pitching from the stretch, if Karstens is able to get over there, Jones stays home. If we can get Gomez, I mean that turns out to be a huge at bat for Gomez coming in off the bench, a bunt hit. That might end up being the difference.
For the 2nd time tonight, Corey Hart goes down swinging. He's 0 for 3. Donnelly and Lopez in the bullpen for the Bucks.
Another good breaking ball, and he has thrown a ton of them tonight. Pretty much the same pitch that got Hart back in the 4th.
Well, Karstens tonight was perfect through 4 innings. Gave up the homer to Fielder, then got the next 3 in a row. Make it 4 in a row, including Escobar to start this inning here in the 6th. Strike 1 to Braun. To Cedeno. That'll do it, but the Brewers strike for 2 more. A bunt base hit by Gomez and a pinch hitting roll, and Ricky Weeks a 2-run shot. Top of the order coming up. Coors Light Freeze Cam.
Boy, look at that. That's just a picture-perfect swing. Prince Fielder. Head down, extended. Going with it.
That's tonight's Freeze Cam, brought to you by Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer. Karstens was not too pleased when he came off the mound between innings.
I mean, he has good stuff tonight. I mean, his best is stuff that I've seen from Karstens in a while. And you wonder, is he frustrated by this play right here? I'm thinking it's a much easier play for Jeff Karstens if Garrett Jones stays home. And Karstens is over quickly enough. It's an easier throw from the right-handed pitcher from the position he was in. Obviously not real happy. I'm sure he's not real happy with falling behind 3-1 in the 3-1 fastball, catching as much play. But you wonder if that even were to happen if Karstens makes that play. And I'm not blaming Garrett Jones for coming in there. He's playing him in. The only thing is, with the first baseman, as you see Todd Coffey, the new pitcher for the Brewers, and his numbers.
Tabata tries to bunt his way aboard. McGee throws, and he's got him. Bang, bang at first, and the Brewers get Tabata by a heartbeat.
Well, McGee anticipating the bunt, and you see where he's at, even with the bag. If Jose's able to deaden that ball just a little bit more, just probably bunted it just a touch too hard, which is all it took for McGee to be able to come in, make the nice off-balance throw, and just get Tabata by maybe a quarter step.
Jose can run. Ball beat him to the bag. Now here is Neil Walker. 1 for 2 with a double tonight. Todd Coffey has been tough to hit for the Pirates in the last couple of weeks when the Bucks were in Milwaukee. Coffey was excellent coming out of the bullpen.
Yes, he was. He can be effective. He throws firm, has a good slider. Wow. Fastball, perhaps getting the call from home plate umpire Manny Gonzalez. And Manny, look at him kind of peeking. How well does he see that? Kind of almost behind Neil Walker and just trying to peek under his hands and around the catcher LaCroix. How do you see that?
He's hiding.
Looking through a cubby hole. A peeping Tom. I mean, that's kind of hard. It's, you know, especially when a catcher sets up inside. There's just not a lot of room to see there, but you know, that's the one pitch umpires usually don't miss. A pitch that's inside, because they always set up on the inside part of the plate.
Now it's 2-2 to Walker. Coffey had a couple of hitless and scoreless innings against the Pirates during the series at Miller Park. All one-run games, by the way. And all of them won by the Brewers, 2 of them in walk-off fashion. So, very tightly contested series. I expect much of the same this week when the Brewers are here for 4.
Kind of an interesting road trip for the Brewers. You don't very often get back-to-back 4-game series. 4-game series just aren't the norm anymore. And they just played 4 in Atlanta, where they split with the Braves. 4 here in Pittsburgh. You can almost unpack your suitcase when you're in a city for 4 days.
It's a good city for them to be in for 4 days. A lot of teams come in and often say how much they like downtown Pittsburgh and staying there and, you know, walk around during the day and do things.
Sure.
Three and 2. One man is out. And Coffey's pitch to Neil Walker. Right back through the middle, a base hit. And Walker is 2 out of 3.
3 bullets. Every time up. Hard hit ball. Hit a rocket out to center field last time up. Jim Edmonds coasted over to make the play. And there you go. 3-2 count. Gets a fastball out over. Right back through the box. Past Coffey.
Walker aboard, and now Lastings Millage represents the tying run in this 3-1 ball game. Bottom of the 6th, 1 man out.
Lastings with 2 rockets as well.
Hit that wall double to left last time up. One and 0 to Millage. Millage pointing to his eyes. Does that to remind himself to focus. Millage has hit safely in 7 straight. Down the right field line foul.
That home plate umpire Manny Gonzalez, even when the catcher sets up away, he's way behind the batter. He has a lot of room to be able to look over the home plate a little better, I think. But even there with LaCroix set up outside part of the plate, kind of under the hands of Lastings Millage, it appeared. He can go all the way out over the shoulder of LaCroix, you would think.
Leach has 1 play, and he retires Millage at first base. Walker down to second safely.
It almost looked like Lastings was trying to shoot that hole on the right side. With fielder holding Neil Walker on, had that big hole over there. And Ricky Weeks ranging far to his left, making a nice pick. A so-so throw taken care of from Prince Fielder, as Lastings is always hustling down the line.
Ken Maka is coming out to the mound right now, and he is coming to get Todd Coffey after 2/3 of an inning. Columbia Gas 8-1-1 call to the pen has been made. We'll tell you about the new Milwaukee hurler when we come back. Lehigh Valley, the top of the 7th. Tuna trailing Akron. Josh Harrison, though, the last 10 games hitting over 375. And Tampa 9-1 leader over Bradenton, bottom of the 7th. Robbie Grossman 2 for 4 with a run batted in. Neil Huntington yesterday, John, on his radio show, saying that catcher Tony Sanchez could be back before the end of the regular season for Bradenton as a not as a pinch hitter, but as a designated hitter. And Matt Curry from the State College Spikes named the New York Penn League Player of the Week. Good news there. And here is Zach Braddock, the left-hander, trying to get the final out at the bottom of the 6th, facing Garrett Jones.
It'd be nice to see Tony Sanchez get back off to a good start. Hard-nosed catcher, swinging the bat well, playing a good defense. It was a shame if his season had to end that early.
So here is Braddock facing Jones, with Neil Walker, the runner, at second base. Long look at second. Now the pitch. 0-1.
Challenging Garrett Jones, 92 on the gun. Garrett not real happy with himself. A little late on that high heater.
Jones, with runners in scoring position, has 3 home runs this year. He's hitting .341. Walker is lead from second. Braddock again, a long look back at him. Jones takes low for a ball. Jones out of Tinley Park, Illinois. Grew up a White Sox fan. And while in Milwaukee, a lot of friends and family driving up from the Chicagoland area to watch him play. One. Down to second. Ricky Weeks is there. That's it for the Bucks in the 6th. Walker, the base hit. He is stranded onto the 7th inning. It's a 3-1 Milwaukee lead. Jeff Karsten's out of the ball game now, and through 6 innings, a 3-1 Milwaukee lead. 3 hits for the Brewers. 2 of them have been home runs. 4 hits for the Pirates. 2 of them have come off the bat of Neil Walker. Big triple scoring Pedro Alvarez, Ronnie Cedeno. And Javier Lopez is in to face Prince Fielder as we start the top half of the 7th inning. Karsten's a season high 6 strikeouts after 6 innings of work. And the shift is on for Prince, and he shows bunt. He takes a strike. And Karsten's, what a job. He retired the first 12 he saw until Fielder hit a solo home run to left in the 5th, then got the next 4 after that.
Sure, unhappy Jeff Karstens, who pitched extremely well, had good stuff, as you see Javier Lopez's numbers. Good numbers for Javi. Yep, Jeff Karstens only threw 5 pitches out of the stretch.
Little chopper back to Lopez, and he gets fielded. 1 down in the Brewers' 7th. So how about Jeff Karstens? 66 pitches, 53 for strikes.
Yep, he had great stuff. I'm a little surprised that he's not still in the game. Bad timing, perhaps, for Jeff Karstens if he'd pitched in either the last couple of days with the runs that were scored by this Pirates offense. He'd be in line for a win, but instead he's on the hook.
Casey McGee takes high ball 1. Another left-handed hitter, Jim Edmonds, due up this inning. He's out on deck. 1 out, nobody on for the Brewers. No, says first base umpire Darryl Cousins.
Missed by much, the location. And yes, he checked his swing.
Well, the bullpen should be fresh after Mulholland's complete game yesterday. Whoa! That's a swing with some meaning.
Indeed. Fortunately, it went behind him, out of harm's way.
Two and one now to McGee. He has grounded out to Ronnie Cedeno twice. And now he's got 2 strikes on him. Lopez with that sidearm motion. You know, he didn't start doing that until he was a minor leaguer in the Diamondbacks organization. His pitching coach at the time thought it'd be a good idea for him to try it. And it's worked out very well. He doesn't like the label of being a left-handed specialist, but he understands it is what it is. So he thinks he can get right-handers out too.
Sure. I mean, that fastball, you see the velocity and you're not all that impressed with it. That last pitch at 88, that's about as hard as it'll get from Javi Lopez. But with that sidearm action, even as a right-handed hitter, it's not a good view. It's not easy to pick up. A lot of deception.
Pulled foul. Brad Fisher, third base coach, having to dance out of the way of it. Got to be ready when you're down there coaching third. Cedar at first base. 2-2 again. Another souvenir down the right side.
McGee with the emergency hack. Protecting in, protecting away.
That game jersey is circa John Wehner. Black one there.
I suppose it is. I don't remember.
I've seen you in it.
Really?
There's a strikeout. I have a photo somewhere I saw of you with the black one.
Fancy there. Heater. Got it up a bit. Here's the slow-mo. McGee. Emergency hack failed him.
7th Brewer to strike out. First one for Lopez. And Karstens with a season high 6 tonight. 2 outs for Jim Edmonds. Oh. 2 balls in those strikes. That's amazing. We had a 50-minute rain delay. Game started on time at 7:05 and then started again at 8:13. Strike to Edmonds. I think this turned into a perfect night. At least weather-wise, not on the scoreboard, but weather-wise. Nice out here.
Yeah. And that's probably why Carson's done after 6 as well as he pitched with that delay.
And another strike call. Two balls, 2 strikes. Now it's full to Edmonds. Jim Edmonds went to spring training this year with the Brewers with the intent of getting back into baseball after taking a year off. He ended up making it. He's battled some injuries this year. He's had an oblique problem and he's had a problem with an Achilles. And he walks with 2 outs. In fact, twice during the series in Milwaukee, he got pinch hit singles and had to be pinch run for it. Both times, pitcher Dave Bush came out to do it. And coming out is John Russell. He's coming to get Javier Lopez. And Brendan Donnelly will be next on the hill for the Pirates. Our Columbia Gas 811 call to the pen has been made. Game is a T-shirt Thursday at PNC Park. Don't miss the next one this Thursday. The Pirates taking on the Brewers at 7:05. All fans receive a Pirates T-shirt at the gates, courtesy of LaRoche College. For tickets, visit pirates.com/T-shirt. Langston's Millage showing us the T-shirt this week, and here is Brendan Donnelly coming on for his 35th appearance. Two men are out, and a 2-out walk issued to Jim Edmonds. So now Donnelly will come on and face the right-handed hitter, Jonathan Lucroy, the catcher, who's 0 for 2. And the first pitch, inside ball 1. One thing that was neat this week was when Eric Kratz, 30-year-old rookie, came up on Friday. Brendan Donnelly was one of the first to greet him in the Pirate clubhouse, and one of the first things he said to him was, "Hey, I was a 30-year-old rookie too."
Yeah. Ouch. Ryan Doman has taken his share of those this year, and that's just bad luck as you get a look at Eric Kratz and the bullpen. A 30-year-old rookie. Ooh. I've said this many times before. It all depends on what part of that mask you get hit. Sometimes if it hits you straight in the middle, it's literally like a pillow. I mean, it doesn't bother you at all. It's like you get hit in the face with a pillow. And I'm sure Erik Kratz is taking his share off the mask as well.
I think he's telling the same story out there right now.
Other times it catches you on the side. I mean, it give you a nice little bump.
He's letting Joel Hanrahan examine the mask.
And that's what he's saying. They're so light. I mean, it's incredibly light. I mean, those things are impressive. The way they're designed and put together, there's not a lot of weight to them, and they are incredibly protective.
Lucroy fouls it straight back. So he'll hang with 1 and 2. 2 men out. Edmonds the runner at first. The scoring began in the 5th when Prince Fielder hit a solo homer, his 23rd. It broke up an early bid at that point for Karstens in a perfect game. He was perfect through 4, and then got the next 4 after that. Gomez, a pinch hit bunt base hit, and he was driven home, and Ricky Weeks hit one out of the yard. Weeks is 18th. That's been the scoring for Milwaukee. Pirates got on the board in the 5th, tied the game at 1. Alvarez had a leadoff walker with 2 outs. Ronnie Cedeno hit a triple to left center, scoring Alvarez. Up in the air it goes. Shallow left out of Cedeno. In his Millage. Hastings makes the catch, and Edmonds is stranded. Donnelly comes in and closes the door. 3-1 stretch time at PNC Park. The Toyota Road Ahead, brought to you by your Western Pennsylvania Toyota dealers. Toyota moving forward. Tomorrow, Wednesday, Thursday, 6:30 start time on FSN. Friday and Saturday, same thing, but San Diego is here. Then Sunday day game, where the Pirates will come out on the road to meet Colorado and St. Louis. That's the Road Ahead, brought to you by Toyota. Go to the bottom of the 7th. Milwaukee 3, the Pirates 1. Pedro Alvarez, Ryan Doumit, and Ryan Church. Alvarez is 0 for 1. Walked and scored a run. Leadoff, Evan Meek starting to get ready for the Bucks.
Let's see if we can give Evan Meek a lead.
Braddock's first pitch to Alvarez. This is inside, ball one.
Alvarez faced Braddock a couple of times in Milwaukee. 0 for 2.
And there is a strike, 1-1. I asked Pedro a couple of weeks ago about his nickname, El Toro. He said, well, his dad gave it to him when he was a young kid. He saw him just run over another kid like a bull. So he's called him El Toro ever since. I said, you like that name? He goes, yeah, maybe it'll stick.
El Toro. He's built like a bull.
Braddock's 2-ball, 1-strike offering. Low, ball 3. Alvarez sitting on a 6-game hitting streak, trying to extend it. Millage was able to extend his 6-gamer to 7 with a double in the 4th. And he's aboard again with a leadoff walk for the 2nd time tonight.
You gotta like the patience, Pedro. Certainly an indication of feeling more comfortable, more confident, seeing the ball well, not trying to be too quick, not starting the swing early. Ken Macha not real happy with his pitcher Braddock. Certainly didn't want to put the tying run, or at least bring the tying run to the plate.
Well, usually when a skipper takes his hat off like that, that's one of those international signs of disappointment.
Exactly.
Cameron Lowe getting loose. Ooh, late strike call to Doma. Doma doesn't like it.
He's saying that's way down, man. He's calling that way down. Wow. And again, I mean, that's the umpire again kind of hiding behind the catcher and the batter. And, you know, how good of a look is he getting at that pitch? Not the same as the same view when Troy's away, but when he's in, where's the umpire? And look at that. Wow. Big difference when you're up there batting 1-0 instead of 0-1.
Huge difference. Now the 1-1 from Braddock. And it's over the mound and looks like it's going to be 2. 2 men are out in the Pirates' 7th. Base is now empty.
And then you have to wonder, I mean, Ryan Doumit swing at that pitch if he has a strike on him. I mean, that pitch was borderline down as well. Is that ball on the plate? Is that ball high enough to be called a strike? Regardless, that is as routine as it gets for Escobar at shortstop.
Two outs for Ryan Church. I'm sure Ken Macha didn't take his hat off after that play. Are we excited? Anytime you can erase a leadoff walk, that's a big deal.
Yeah, that's a big play in this game. You know, you get the leadoff walk, and again, you know, Doumit swinging the bat better as of yesterday. Ends up chasing the pitcher's pitch. Hits it in the perfect spot to turn 2.
Former Pitt Panther, Ken Macha. He's wearing a path in that dugout, isn't he?
Oh, yeah.
2 outs, nobody aboard for Ryan Church. Church struck out looking in the 3rd, flied out to Braun in left field in the 5th. Braddock's pitch. Inside.
giveth and taketh away, I'm thinking that's what Lucroy is thinking anyhow. He was surprised that pitch was called a ball, as was Rick Peterson, the pitching coach.
And that one's low ball 4. Second walk issued this inning by Braddock. Going to take his hat off. No. But the leadoff walks and the 2-out walks are the worst kind. And that's both kinds.
Yeah, and really, I mean, what's he throwing? Maybe 3 strikes this inning, you know? He's got 2 outs and a runner on first.
Aka is going to come out. And so is Craig Counsell. So there'll be a double switch here, it would appear. There's Cameron Lowe. Will be the right-hander out of the bullpen for Milwaukee. Columbia Gas 811. Call to the pen's been made. Miguel Cabrera, another big night, couple of home runs, but the Rangers still leading the Tigers 6-5. Brandon Inge hit by a pitch in the left hand in the 3rd inning in that game. Albert Pujols for the Cards, 2 out of 4. Home run, 3 runs batted in. Cards lead the Phils 8-4. And Bud Black will be here this weekend with the Padres. Agreed to a 3-year deal for 2013. Former Southpaw back in the Padre dugout for a long time to come. Here's Craig Counsell in as part of the double switch. He'll hit 9th, and Cameron Lowe enters in McGee's spot, 5th. Cedeno takes ball 1.
See if Cedeno can stay hot. Hit another gap shot, Ronnie. See the good numbers there from Lowe, the sinker baller. Make him get it up. Chase that pitch down around the knees.
Right call to Cedeno, 1-1. Also a report being told regarding Roy Oswalt that he will make his next scheduled start with the Astros. Even though he was chased from the game rather early yesterday, and trade rumors continue to swirl around Oswalt. Balls and 1 strike now to Cedeno. Speaking of trade rumors, we're seeing a lot of this Milwaukee bullpen. And swing and a miss. One guy we're not seeing and may not see is Trevor Hoffman.
Yeah, some trade rumors floating around there.
And Hoffman, who has been supplanted by John Axford as the closer for the Brewers.
See there, he's always got security with him.
visiting with backup catcher George Kataris. And Cedeno, that's in center field. Another hit for Cedeno, and now the tying run is aboard with 2 outs.
Stay hot. It's a sinker. Don't try to pull it. If you pull it, you hit it on the ground. Rate it an infielder. You stay inside it. You got all that room through the middle. The Bucks with the tying run on the bases.
There is Delwyn Young, pinch hitting. He has been one of the most successful pinch hitters in baseball this season. He ranks second in the majors with 11 pinch hits. And the top pinch hitter in baseball sitting in the other dugout, Joe England. He's got 12. So DY looking for a big hit for the Buccos. Lowe's pitch on the corner for a strike.
Good pitch, good location. That's a tough pitch to hit. That looks off the plate all the way in, catching the outside corner.
Well, since the beginning of the 2007 season, Young has 41 pinch hits. That ranks second in the big leagues, behind Philadelphia's Greg Dobbs, who has registered 46. Down to third, Counsell. He'll step on the bag and get the out there. And that is a quiet ending of the inning. th at Mellon Park. This annual adult co-ed kickball tournament raises money for Girls Hope and Pump. For more information or to sign your team up today, visit pump.org. Here at PNC Park, this game's getting a little long in the tooth. Evan Meek has come on for the Pirates to face the Brewers, bottom part of the order. It's a 2-run lead for Milwaukee.
There's those impressive numbers. Evan Meek. It's amazing, though, how you give up a run, though, and, you know, the ERA comes up over 1. It'll take a while to get back under 1 for Evan. A lot of innings, 50 2/3.
Well, the all-star Evan Meek. Facing Alcides Escobar. First ball swinging. Pops it up. Foul ground. Jones has a beat on it. 1 down. Quick start. Do you like it?
Absolutely. I mean, that dominating stuff. I know as a hitter, when you go up to the plate, you know, you don't want to see that slider. You're going to try to get the first good pitch to hit. Not that Meek throws many good pitches to hit. You know, he's tough to hit. So anything that you like up there, you see it early, better attack.
Craig Counsell will take a ball. Counsell entered last half inning as part of a double switch, batting in the 9th spot, playing third base. Foul ball. Counsell, a former teammate of yours in Florida.
Yes, sir. Doesn't look like he's aged a day since we got a little bat boy looking second baseman from the Colorado Rocky organization.
When he arrived, did you say to yourself, are you kidding me?
Everybody said, are you kidding me? Everybody.
Well, they were all wrong, I guess.
Yes.
He's been a solid big leaguer.
He's like 40 years old. Look at him. Looks like a little kid.
Won a couple of titles out of the University of Notre Dame. Craig Counsell to second base. And Walker will throw now, 2 away. Two down, that'll bring the Brewers back to the top of the order. And Ricky Weeks hits 1 for 3 and a 2-run home run in the 6th. 1 out and Gomez aboard. Weeks hit his 18th homer of the year.
59 RBIs as a leadoff hitter. And that was no cheapie either. And he got into a good hitter's count, 3-1. He didn't miss it.
Strike to Weeks. Certainly not your prototypical leadoff hitter. And there is strike 2.
That just is not hittable.
Hey, back at you. Front of the ballpark on a Monday night. 0-2 pitch. Down to third. Alvarez with some time throws him out, and a quick 1-2-3 inning by Evan Meek. Glove work by Pedro Alvarez. Top of the order.
Pirates Instant Replay. It's all the runs, hits, and action from this game in just 2 hours. Pirates Instant Replay tonight at 11, right here on FSN.
Excellent work. Top of the order. Jose Tabata trying to provide some excellent work as well. He's 0 for 3 tonight. Looking for a hit.
Tried to bunt his way on last time up. Nice play by McGee, retiring him by half a step.
Ball on the strike now to Jose. He'd like to be a table setter for Walker, Millage, and Jones coming up behind him.
Loop and a blast.
Way outside. 2-1. He's displayed, for a young player, great patience at the plate.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of plate discipline.
Sees a lot of pitches. Which is what you want from your leadoff hitter. And you assume, as young as Jose is, that the numbers will only get better as he gains experience. He's on 14 walks this year. His on-base percentage at .340.
Joel Hanrahan. Hitting coach Don Long looking at Tyler. Chops this one at the plate. John Russell certainly pleased with what he saw the last couple of days against the Houston Astros. And I know he'd be more pleased if somehow the Pirates can find a way to come back. The Brewers winning the majority of games so far this year. They've won 8 of 11 against the Bucs. 2-2. That's low. Count is full.
Get that leadoff runner on again. Had him out there last inning. Quickly erased by a double play. He chased.
Tabata's out. He's 0 for 4.
I think that might enter into a young player's mind from time to time, too. You get into a 3-2 count. Sometimes get strike. As you see that pitch. And low, I mean, I don't know if the TV gives it justice, the amount of movement he has on his sinker. As you see, as it leaves its hand, it's just going straight down. The bottom drops out from under it. It just appeared as if Jose was almost predetermined to swing before Lowe let it go.
Nice night for Neil Walker, 2 for 3. This fielder hard to his right. Lowe steps on the bag for out number 2. 2 out of 4, and he'll probably trade in those 2 hits for a couple of runs for the Bucs.
No question. Prince playing close to the line here for whatever reason. See Cameron Lowe.
He's a big target, isn't he?
Yes, he is.
He's hard to miss. Now, Prince Fielder, he's going to be a target, you'd think, for some teams down the stretch.
You would think.
With his contract situation, he'll be heading to arbitration, and you got to wonder what those numbers would be, that they're going to be big. No doubt about it, but he, due to the contract situation being up at the end of this year.
Big breaker there for strike 2. That'll be interesting. I mean, but Prince has struggled for the most part with runners in scoring position, especially. There you see the slow-mo, the super slow over the inside corner.
And he stays alive.
The home runs are there for Prince Fielder. We mentioned 23rd here tonight. Oddly enough, he's driven himself in more than he's driven in any of his teammates. 23 homers, 45 RBIs.
It's so rough when you're having an off year and you only have 23 homers.
Just a 182 hitter with runners in scoring position this year.
And the guy at the plate, the exact opposite of that. Hastings Miller's been a very good hitter with guys in scoring position. Nobody on for him right here, however.
You know, watching the All-Star game, and you hear, you know, Ryan Braun talking about having an off year at 292, 14, and 57. That's a nice off year.
Yeah, with the violin playing for him. Rich pokes this one to shallow left, and here comes Braun. He makes the catch, and the Buccos are done in order in the 8th. On to the 9th. A smile from our friends at Aspen Dental. Earlier today, the 24th annual Pirates Alumni Golf Tournament was held. John Candelaria there. There's President Frank Coonley.
Felix.
Yeah, Dave Arrigo taking a group photo.
And Justy.
Well, Pirates alums went out with a lot of great folks from around the community.
Frank Thomas.
Kent Tekulve.
And Blass.
No Blass? No holes in one for him today?
That's Steve's home course, South Hills Country Club.
Well, he'd at least get one hole in one. He, sometimes goes out, gets a pair of them. Joel Hanrahan. He'll face Corey Hart to start the 9th. 3-1 Milwaukee. Hart has struck out twice tonight. He's 0 for 3. Fly down also. Brewers have stranded only one runner tonight.
Well, they haven't had better. That's what I mean. It's just kind of, it's a shame that we can't get the bats going because Jeff Karstens pitched a gem, really, in my mind.
Tulo is lifted to left, and there's Millage. Nice running catch for Lastings Millage. And Corey Hart is now 0 for 4.
Yep. One of those shifts in the outfield. Lastings Millage playing over in left center. Tabata playing towards right center. You see where he caught that ball almost in straightaway center. Tabata.
Ryan Church in right field tonight. Andrew McCutchen out. McCutchen's got the mild strain of the AC joint in his right shoulder after diving yesterday and taking away a Pedro Feliz hit. Made a super play but rolled over the wrong way on the shoulder. Just banged it up just a little. Strike 2. Going away behind that offering from Hanrahan.
Good hard slider that these hitters just have a hard time recognizing spin and speed. But they have to respect that velocity from Joel Hanrahan. Goes with another slider. See if he can get Braun to extend even further. And throwing that fastball, 96, 97. That's all that's in the hitter's mind. They're worried about getting beat by the fastball.
A 1-2 to Braun. Down to Cedeno. And Ronnie makes a good throw, chest high to Garrett Jones, and there are 2 away in the Milwaukee half of the 9th.
I'd like to see that too from Joel Hanrahan. Go ahead inside, especially after a couple of breaking balls away.
And Prince Fielder got the scoring going in the 5th with a solo homer to the opposite field. And the shift is on again for Prince. Nobody on the left side of the infield, with the exception of Pedro Alvarez. He is much closer to second. Earlier in the game, when Fielder came up with nobody on to lead off the second inning, he teased the Pirates a little bit by dropping down on the bat and showing bunt.
Wish he would have.
I mean, it's an easy hit. Oh, 2 outs, so. But leading off an inning, why not?
Sure.
It'll be interesting to see whether or not Prince Fielder is indeed in a Milwaukee Brewers uniform in 2011. 2-1 pitch. To the right side. Jones has it. It'll be a long throw. And Jones, like a quarterback, planted his back foot, straightened up, and threw over to Hanrahan covering. Jones, Alvarez. Up there in the Allegheny. Coming up next, AGH Sports Medicine Pirates post-game show. Rob King in the studio with highlights and analysis. That's coming up at the conclusion of the ball game. What a nice way to spend an evening, huh?
Yeah. The right people are coming up in this bottom of the 9th inning. I don't know if they'll reach the kayaks, but they could reach the river.
A little dancing, a little rally cap. Dad trying to show the youngster how it's done. Pirates need the rally caps. Down by 2 runs. And John Axford, hard throwing right-hander, was supplanted Trevor Hoffman as the Brewers closer. And he looks for his 12th save. He is 11 out of 11 so far. Save opportunities.
I mean, the Brewers, because of John Axford, really, I won't say it's just him, but certainly Braddock has helped as well, solidifying that Milwaukee Brewer bullpen.
Axford's pitch to Jones, taken for a strike.
It's got to be a weird feeling for Trevor Hoffman sitting in the bullpen in these tight games late.
He did pitch yesterday against Atlanta, but in these types of games, which he would normally be automatic to come out in this situation, he's not. 1-1 now. Pedro Alvarez, a powerful bat. He's on deck. 2-1.
Trevor, normally locked in and focused and on top of the hill. These situations, only more.
596 career saves, the all-time leader.
You're up for the heater, Garrett.
Just a little bit behind it. 2-2.
The ball kind of jumps out of Axford's hand and gets there pretty quick. And Garrett just getting that front foot down a little late. And like that foot gets down, that ball is almost to the dirt area in front of home plate. Speed things up, shorten the stride, quicken the hands.
Ooh. It's like getting hit by a hammer, isn't it?
All depends on where it gets you. If it gets you, on the inside of the shoe, it's not too bad. Gets you on top of the shoe, not real good. Gets you in the shin, it's awful. Got him on the instep. That's where you want to get hit right there.
Yeah, protection from the sole of the shoe.
That's where you want to get hit. Of all places, that's the one that hurts the least.
Here comes the 2-2. And now it's a full count at 3 balls and 2 strikes to Garrett Jones.
Let's see what Garrett gets here. Challenge him with the heater. Pedro and wait. Here comes the heater.
Payoff pitch from Axford. And Jones fouls it back. 94 on the gun for Axford. Big pitch coming up. And the payoff. To the right side. That's a base hit. And that will bring the tying run to the plate in the bottom of the 9th.
Yes, that's huge. G.I. Jones aboard, the leadoff man. We got some pop behind Garrett. That's just a fastball, and it got down. And I think, to hit a guy like Axford and that exploding fastball, I think it's a little easier, especially for the left-handed batter, to get to the fastball that's down in the strike zone. You start chasing it, the fastball belt high or above, more of a challenge. See if he can get one, a fastball that is down to Pedro, and see if Pedro can get barrel to it.
Big swing and a miss. Pedro going after the first offering. Jones outside.
Doumit can turn around a fastball too, so see if Pedro could do something here. Big hole on the right side with fielder holding Jones on.
Two and one.
Lucroy out. Chat with Axford.
Well, this should be a bat for a young player like Pedro Alvarez. What's going through a guy's mind at this point in the game?
Well, Pedro's just looking for a pitch that he can drive. Obviously, you have a hard thrower on the mound with a pretty good hook. I think Pedro would prefer to get to the fastball and adjust to the breaking ball, but basically keep it simple. Look for the ball out of the hand and look for a pitch in an area that you can drive it. That's
3 and 1.
Yep. Good hitters count. And again, take the same focus. 3-1 count doesn't mean you're going to get a fastball right down the middle. So you still gear up for that pitch in that location to where you can drive it. Get it, put a good swing on it. If you don't, take it.
Inside ball 4. The tying run is aboard. And the winning run coming to the plate. You go back to the month of April at Miller Park, off of Trevor Hoffman. That's a grand slam. And then he came up the next night on the 28th, again facing Hoffman in the 9th as a pinch hitter. And that kept the ball game alive. And the Pirates would win it in 14 as a result. And also keep in mind that on the 10th of July, the last time the Pirates faced the Brewers, it was Doumit hitting a 9th inning leadoff home run off of Axford. He's had 3 9th inning home runs off the Brewers.
And I would say of the lefties in the lineup, and Ryan Doumit's from this side, I think the left side of the plate, he's a dead red fastball hitter. And the thing that I noticed yesterday when Doumit got his 3 hits, started seeing some backspin. The balls he was driving yesterday. When he gets backspin, watch out.
Alvarez, who has walked 3 times tonight, is at first. Jones in scoring position at second. Ball 1. Still nobody out, 2 aboard. Pirates threatening here in the bottom of the 9th. Again, the last time he faced him, he got one right in the wheelhouse.
He can hit the fastball. He can turn it around with the best of them. It certainly helps when you go 1-0. You're getting a good hitter's count. That's going to favor Doumit even more.
1 ball, no strikes to Doumit. Axford's pitch. Fell right in there for a strike.
I was just sitting here thinking to myself, can this kid throw a breaking ball for a strike? Can he just flip something up there, an automatic strike? And that question was answered with that 1-0 pitch. Just a change of pace. And you may look at that and think it's a hanging curveball, but so what? That's a pitch. In this situation, you're not going to swing at. It's a good pitcher's pitch.
He was looking fastball there. 1-2.
Right there, that was the pitch. Ryan Doumit just couldn't get to it. Opened up a little early, which kind of kept him under that.
And now you're ahead as the pitcher here, 1-2. Gives you some options.
I wouldn't expect a slow curve. I could see something hard and in the dirt, like a hard slider. But that slow curve, I don't think you throw that with 2 strikes.
Stays alive.
He did throw. Didn't quite get it all the way down. That's another thing you have to worry about in this situation. Is you want to bury a breaking ball into the dirt. And if gets away, you're putting the tying run in scoring position where a base hit ties things up.
2 on, nobody out. Tying run is Pedro Alvarez at first base. And Axford pitching to Domit. Bottom of the 9th, nobody out. And Axford ready to deal the 1-2 pitch. Yes. Foul tip. Lucroy couldn't hang on. It'll be new life for Domit.
Just getting a piece. When you get over the belt to Ryan Domit, you know, that's his strength is knee to thigh. Over the belt, it's not where he likes it, but protecting and just getting enough.
And they want a big hit right now. Looking for it are the Pirate fans. And again, the 1-2 being set up by Axford. And he did get a piece of it, fouled it into the glove, and Lucroy held on that time, and there's 1 out. Tonight, Domit has gone down on strikes.
Bit of a hanger, too. Stayed up in the strike zone. See it here in super slow motion. Just crowded him a bit too much. If that's middle of the plate, that goes a long way, but that would have been a tough pitch for Ryan Domit to keep fair.
Ryan Church has come up with a couple of big hits lately. For another one here. And Jones the runner at second, Alvarez at first. Ball 1 high. A good situation for Church. He can hit the fastball, and he's facing a right-handed hitter. He's faced more right-handers than left-handers this season.
And again, Church, a guy more of a low ball fastball hitter than a high ball fastball hitter. You probably want to try to lay off anything above his belt.
Strike. Axford out of Port Dover in Ontario, Canada. There's a 1-1 pitch coming against Ryan Church. And that's a strike.
That ball is right there. Church just didn't get it ready early enough. I mean, sometimes as a hitter, you go up and there's a fastball in a pretty good place. You know, and you go up there and you take it, you don't pull the trigger, and you're wondering why. Why couldn't I pull the trigger there? And you usually go back and see it on tape, and you just see that you just don't get it down early enough. You don't get the hands back early enough.
Church strikes out looking. He can't believe it. He's giving Manny Gonzalez a piece of his mind. Axford strikes out Domit, now strikes out Church. And the Pirates down to their final out.
Just locks him up. I think Ryan Church saying that ball's inside. That's a pretty good pitch from Axford. You'll see it right here. Painted a fastball away, threw one over the heart, and then this curveball. Boy, that's just a good pitch. It's hard to argue that one.
So it's up to Ronnie Cedeno. He's got a triple and a run batted in, plus a base hit, 2 for 3. Trying to get it done again. And he'll take a breaking ball for a strike. Axford 11 out of 11 this year. He had one prior save opportunity last year. So career 12 out of 12. He's never blown a save.
And your hottest batter for the Pittsburgh Pirates in the box right now.
And the 0-1. Oh, on the outside corner. Cedeno doesn't like it, and he is behind 0-2. Jones led off the inning with a base hit. Alvarez walked. And Domit and Church have struck out, and Ronnie Cedeno's down to his last strike.
Axford is just painting these last 5 strikes. right where his catcher LaCroix has set up. And that pitch could have been a touch away, but still pretty good location.
The 0-2. Cedeno to the right side. Weeks. Ball game is over. And Axford converts his 12th save this year. 12 out of 12 in 2010. And he solidified his spot as the closer for the Brewers. Ricky Weeks had the big blast, the deciding one in the 6th inning, a 2-run home run, his 18th of the season. And Prince Fielder had a solo shot back in the 5th. Prince Fielder doing a good job in the field on this final out.
Yeah, he started to go after the ball and realized right away that Weeks was over there. It would have been a little more, a little tighter play, I think, if Weeks would have hit Axford on the run. But tip your cap to the Brewers pitching staff tonight. They did a good job.
Chris Capuano gets his first win since the 13th of May, 2007. That's going to do it for our game coverage tonight. Our next broadcast at FSN Pittsburgh tomorrow night, right here at PNC Park, game 2 of 4 with the Milwaukee Brewers. Dave Bush takes on Brad Lincoln. Trib Total Media pregame begins our coverage at 6:30. Then Greg Brown and Bob Walk have the call for you at 7 right here on FSN Pittsburgh, bringing the game to you. Again, our final score, Brewers 3 and the Pirates 1. For John Wayner and our entire FSN crew, I'm Tim Neverett. Stay tuned. The AGH Sports Medicine Pirates postgame comes up right after the break.